Hello guys, this is another hired request. Getting these done as fast as I can. It's a song by Take That called Want You Back for Good. Alright, so sounds something like this. I remember this song. I don't remember what year it was, but so this one's not going to be too terribly difficult. It's a lot of the same chords over and over. This is the free part 1 I put on YouTube. And my name is Sean Cheek, and welcome to my Easy Piano Lessons. The rest of the song is already right now on webpianoteacher.com for members. I always put the free part 1 on here because this is, it's my job. It's how I make a living. I make piano lesson videos. It's a great job. I love it. I hope I get to do it for the rest of my life. No reason I shouldn't, but we're going to do, also, if you want to keep track of me and contact and all of that, Facebook is the absolute best way. My fans page, if you just do a Facebook search for webpianoteacher.com, you can find me on there and just know what's going on. I'm also on Twitter. My name on Twitter is webpianoteacher, and I also have a blog where I've written a lot of articles. Those are free to read, of course, and that you can get the link from that on from webpianoteacher.com. Anyway, enough of the advertisement. Let's get to this hired request here. And I will be taking more hired requests, but not quite yet. I'll post a video when I'm ready. I need to finish up this batch that I'm doing right now. So we're going to be in the key of F here, which means we're going to have some B flats along the way. So be ready for that. Now the introduction right here is, you don't really hear piano. You hear piano in the verse when the verse starts, but you don't really hear it here. And so we're trying to imitate the strumming pattern of the guitar. And we got to do that rhythmically. So I've come up with in there, boom, chicka boom, chicka boom, chicka boom, something like that. It's really like playing the drums on the piano. If you've ever, done some drumming, it's just like that. And also in that type of playing, what's very important are accents. You don't want to play everything really strong. I'm going to give you a rhythm and a pattern to do, but don't just, knock it out of the park on every note. You've got to have variances, little notes that are not as loud. It kind of imitates that up strum on the guitar, because the up strum is not as loud as when you're going down. Alright? So let's learn the chords and then I'll show you the rhythmic pattern, okay? So C, F, A on the right hand, that's an F major chord. And if you want to know about more about chords, major, minor, diminished, half diminished, what it means to play in a key, why certain chords go together and all that stuff, I have lessons on my website that really explain that well. It's just the 50 generic piano lessons that you find on there really get into chords and all that. But F on the bottom, C in the middle, F on top. Okay, that's called an octave and a fifth, because an octave is, from one F to the next one. And then the C in the middle is a fifth away from this root F. Alright, so that's our first chord. And then we're going to move to the right. We're going to move up to middle C, F. See, we keep the C and the F there. Top note's now a B flat. That gives us what's called a suspended chord, okay? I won't get into that much here right now, but it's called a suspension. And then G, D, G on the left hand. Okay? So that's the next chord. It's kind of nice sounding. I like how that sounds. Now the next one, we're going to keep the C, F, B flat, but the left hand's going to move up to B flat, F, B flat on the left hand. And then we're going to have bum, bum, which is back to the C, F, A like we had originally. And then we're going to resolve that to C, E, G, the C chord. So C, octave on both of those. Bum, bum. Okay, now let's get to this rhythmic thing. This is what I do. I do hands together. Let's see. Let me do it again. hands together, and then just the thumb, whatever the thumb is on, I'm going to use my thumbs to do those little notes. So go right, left, right thumb, and then left thumb. So boom, chicka. We'll say boom, chicka, boom, chicka. And I'm going to do that 2 times in a row. So I get. Actually, I like to do it, let's see, because it's 2 counts. We'll go all up together, and then right thumb, left thumb, and then just right, and then just the thumb. There we go, that works pretty good. So I've had to analyze what I've been playing. Alright, so it's all together, right thumb, left thumb, and then just right hand, and then just right hand thumb. So boom, chicka, boom, chick, boom, chicka, boom, chick, ba, 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 ba. Now, the only ones I hit hard are when I play it all together, and when I play that right hand chord again by itself. So boom, chicka, boom, chick. Alright, now I'm going to do the same thing on this chord. Okay, we've already talked about what the notes were, so get that back down. So boom, chicka, boom, chick. So I'll do it all together, and then right thumb, left thumb, and then just the right hand chord, and then just the right hand thumb. So that kind of gives us that strumming feel. I think that sounds pretty good. And then we'll go to this one and do the same thing. Boom, chicka, boom, chick. Now this one is different. Because these are only 1 count apiece, we're just going to play them as written. 1, 1. Okay, so we do that all together. Boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka. And then we go back and do it again, the repeat sign, because this is just the intro. Boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka. And then it slows down, down. They're not really any more counts, but there's a slowdown, a retard there. It's more of a ritenuto. You ever seen that ritenuto and you wonder what's the difference between that and retard? Well, a ritenuto is an immediate change in tempo. A retard is a gradual slowing of tempo. A ritenuto is an immediate slowing, and I think that's kind of what we have here. So you just drag these out a little bit, okay? So let's do it 2 times. Ready, go. Boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, bum, 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 chicka, bum, bum. And then we start the verse. I guess it's time for me to give up. Alright? I like it up here. Alright, so what I'm doing here, let's look at the chords first, and then we'll do the rhythms. A, C, F, left hand F octave, and then I'm going to play that again because it's 2 counts. But I'm just going to play the right hand. That's where that vertical line comes from. 1, 2. Okay. And now for this next one, I'm going to go down to low G here. And you might think, why am I doing the F here and then the G here? Why don't I just play the F here and then the G? Well, to my ear, this is too low. You may think that's okay, so go ahead and do that if you like it that low. And I'm not always right. What my opinions are my opinions. That's just how I instinctively would play this. I play that there and then come down with the G, because this doesn't sound too low to me, to my ear, but to me that's just a bit too heavy on that F. So I like to play this F here and then come down to the G. Now feel free, especially when the octave is higher, to put a 5th in there. So if you played an F octave and then put a C in there a little bit, that's okay. But if you're way down here, you know, the closer notes are together, as you get lower, the harder it is to hear. So that's why we spread it out with just an octave. Okay, so I think putting an octave and a 5th down here is, I can't hear that. But if I were to do it up here, of course the right hand and left hand overlap if I did that, but as you go this way, you can have more notes together, or closer together, closer proximity. So I like to do the 5th there, but not on this one, G. And I come down for this G octave too because it's going to get in the way of the right hand, see? A lot of you don't like that, so just come down here. So we have G octave, F, B flat, D. We play it again for the hash mark. We come up here to F, B flat, C. Now Now there is piano in this, and I hear this very clearly. So I'm just showing you exactly what the piano has. B flat octave. And then there's not two counts on this one. We'll go ahead and go to the F, B flat, D. So 1, 1, and then 1 on these. Which is going to be G, C, E. And then left hand on the C octave. So play that together. And then just the E, G, C there. So we have this. Ready, go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, and then you may think it does exactly the same thing again, but it doesn't. The piano does something a little different. So, especially since this piece is not going to take up much time to do, I'm going to show you, some of the different ways that little bitty things in there that are different that you may want to do. However, when you're singing, and if you're going to be playing this and singing, I always like to keep it as simple as possible. So I don't worry with the little little bitty, extra notes in there. I just make sure I'm on the right chord when I'm singing, because the vocal part is the most important when you're singing. Okay, so on the next board, we'll show you some, the rest of the chorus and the bridge and all that stuff. So let's go through it one more time from the beginning, and then we'll be done. Alright, so here's the intro. Ready, go!